What's up? If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that like and sub button. It means a lot. If you want to follow my Twitch, it's in the description of the video. We're getting right into this. But, yeah. That's all I gotta really say. If you want to follow I already said, if you want to follow my Twitch, what am I saying? I'm very tired, as you guys can tell. But, yeah. That's pretty much it. Give me a minute before we get into anything. We're not going to do this scavenger hunt. We're going to do the Blood and Wild DLC. We're going to start it. And maybe, like, after I get everything done in that DLC, we'll start a, we'll start the other DLC. Let me turn my ringtone off. Turn my volume down on the phone. Okay, we're good. Where is the fast travel? There it is. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do the fucking DLC. I really like this game, like, enjoy it so much. But like I said, we're gonna get right into it. Wait, what was that I saw? Oh, this. Why is this abandoned? Oh, it's on the island. I like totally forgot I was on the island. I thought that was the main place. Like, what? I was like, there's no way. Because it cleared. I won't say everything, because there's this one cave that, like, I have to kill, like, all the monsters, and, like, somehow there's, like, a monster in a rock wall that you can't even go through. Like, regardless if you use magic on the wall, or you just use some way to get through it, there's not a possible way. I haven't really ate anything, and I have food next to me, so that's why if I mute my mic ever, which I probably will when we get to a cutscene or whatever. Whoops, sorry. I accidentally yanked my cord because it's like 12 feet long. And it's hard not to sometimes. I'm moving my charger cord to the right more, so I can push in my chair and not have to be underneath, or, you know, like having my cords underneath the chair. And I'm gonna put my legs up, not sitting on them, hopefully. I keep getting my foot stuck in cords, dude. God, it's annoying, I won't lie. Okay. I'm a lot more comfortable than I was now. I wish you could put, I wish the thing underneath my desk, I can put my controller on it, and I mean, I can barely put it on it, but I wish it was bigger so I could actually, like, straight up put it on it more, anyway. Okay. Hold up before we leave this place. Just want to see if there's anything else here. Anything else here? Okay, never mind. We're good. Wait, what's here? A bread knife? A bread knife? Okay, let's get going, boys.
Still waiting?
As I told you, we cannot return empty-handed. It is simply out of the question.
Have you reconsidered? Will you take the offer?
Let's go to Toussaint.
Ready to go, as soon as you're packed.
Ah, then post haste to Toussaint. To Toussaint!
Sorry, guys, I'm eating. I'm gonna move it. I tell you, this loading is like forever long. It's just annoying, I guess. It's like it continuously loads and loads and loads, but it never stops. It never stops. Almanac. Oh, that hurt.
Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Shit, let's go help them out, boys. Okay.
Watch out!
I kill a monster!
For one and for all!
I can't dodge that. He's dead. Oh, no. I dodge, but it doesn't dodge. Like, dodging sucks against like this weapon or whatever. This weapon's fucking huge.
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is yours.
How did Giant wind up here?
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. Goliath had killed and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt has arrived. We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the Tourney grounds. I shall take you then to see her grace.
I like this place, whatever this place was called. I already forgot. And I might not know how to say it. I wonder if that sword would be better. Might not be, that's the problem. Okay, I was just trying the doors, see if we could go in them. This place is strange. It's beautiful though. Hold up. For consumables, let's get some food. Also, did we get a secondary quest just now? No. Okay. That's all I wanted to see.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmarin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Grandmaster Witcher Gear. Blood, you can undergo additional Witcher mutations. Unlocking ability. Soon you will run into a messenger who will deliver a very interesting letter. Read and investigate the story of Professor Moreau to learn more about the mutations. Say a master craftsman lives in Toussaint who can craft gear and go on to go.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around, make sure they didn't miss anything.
Does kind of look empty.
Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful.
Oh my god, we gotta run from them. Oh my god. I don't like these enemies.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Wait, but okay, they get the smell of blood, but they have their own blood. Doesn't it smell
Only
the same?
blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's
Maybe not,
clothing.
but
Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything.
there might be something on this side first. Says that they might have, but it doesn't really say necessarily.
Look at the rut. Guardsmen left this site by boat recently. Probably to transport the body somewhere.
Wait, why do we have to investigate? Oh.
Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Be nice to know where they took the corpse.
What now?
This isn't the site of the murder. We know that. Current brought the body here. Corpse got caught in the nets. Guardsmen pulled it out, put it in a boat and took it somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
They went left, I can already tell. The opposite of direction they're probably supposed to go. Someone's watching us.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children they do not have yet, of the day a quartered corpse was pulled from the river.
Whoa.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions, no matter the odds. Fighting his foes to the bitter end.
Foes? You have a lot of them?
He did, but I do not see what that has to do with the beast. Ah, Geralt, you've struck a raw nerve. Memories of a time long past.
Is that my fault? Like, what?
Now.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
Can he run? Like, I'm kind of annoyed by him going. I can't even do it because if I run, I go quicker than him.
Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Parman's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
No lads brave enough. Of course we have. But bravery's not enough against the beast.
Hold up.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
That'll be the future. That won't be right now.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyren. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited 2 men to join us, yet since Sir the Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter. With whom do we have the pleasure?
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with Sir the Peyrac Peyran.
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is a master of the witchering trade. He has questions concerning the beast's last victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and beheld a sky red as blood.
Ask Geralt, please, or we shall be here till winter.
Sky was red, then what?
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man. You found a body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. What happened then? Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spy anything noteworthy? Anything at all?
Not a soul around, just me. As for noteworthy... well...
What did you see? But be warned, if I hear the sky was red again...
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging, the tongue blue and popped out. Next to it, a hand rocking upon the water.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town, fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut them.
Whoa.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What?
Well, we already know who that is.
Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his
I already know
vineyard
it.
was auctioned off.
It doesn't
Who
look like
was
her,
that?
man.
Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossell's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property. The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact. Rossell now bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Rossell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have to find that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the old paths.
Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds. Just follow the road and you'll arrive.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Ha! Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself laughing.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story. One involving lengthy digressions into local history and tradition. So, see you later, Milton, and good luck.
That was a boring conversation, honestly.
Good day.
Oh, dear fellow!
Whoa, she's floating!
You must have your pick
Nobody
of
wants.
the ladies.
What'd you say about pics of the ladies? Which one do I want? Well, let's see. There's one in here. Legit. There's just that one, the one that's standing on nothing. But basically floating.
Dark secrets taint sleep.
Didn't we see a girl with a hood on? Are we gonna be able to talk to her? Because there's a reason why she was like staring or whatever.
The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
Ho ho!
Fortune shine upon you.
Fortune shine upon you. Okay. Okay.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. Killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws.
I thought we could help the guy that was
except for
crawling.
long fangs. Killed with a single blow.
Stick drift, please. I don't want to do this stupid stick drift, honestly. Holy fuck.
Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara though, or Fletter. Bruxa, gotta be. In the cellar, gotta be. River muck. Carried the body in his cart.
Do you see how fucking annoying that is?
Attacker had no trouble knocking over the cart.
I hate stick drifts so fucking much, I tell you.
Claw wounds from 5 separate claws, spread of a small human hand. Footprints.
Read the beastery thing of whatever fucking character I already forgot. I wish it just said missions or whatever. When did I see a Bruxay? The fuck is a Bruxay?
Bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar.
Oh.
Blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck.
I already know.
Hurled against the wall with great force.
I already know who did it. Is that girl we saw.
Took a lot of strength to batter this down. Used this to batter down the grate. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood.
What is she? I don't understand.
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
What? A lot of damage. Oh, fuck. I see you, but I can't fight you when you're invincible. Stuck. Okay, hold up. That wasn't my fault. We blame the game for that. If I die here, we blame the game. Yeah, like, how are we supposed to fight that? Like, the problem is, she, like, when she goes invincible, she goes behind you, and the only time she goes uninvincible is if you hit her. The problem is, when you attack, she'll always end up looking the opposite direction of you. How are you supposed to fight that? And like I said, anytime you attack, she always ends up being invincible and then coming behind you, and it's just like, I got her so low just to get myself so low, because her fucking tectonic blast, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, is so goddamn powerful. Just, I don't like that. Yeah, see, I used the thing, and I'm stuck. Dude, what I mean. How are you supposed to survive that? See, hold up, this is hard. Huh. That was actually somehow difficult.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought.
Well, yeah.
Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast.
Examine chest.
Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws.
The amount of Witcher's blades aren't that sharp in this show or in this game.
Third hand. A spare. Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing. Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something.
So keeps it? I don't think that's smart. I'm gonna be honest.
So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Wait, is she dead, or where did she go? Did she like disappear or something? Hold up, we need to meditate, I'm sorry. Had to heal. Let's get out of here, boys. Where did her body go? Because there's no way it would have just disappeared from that point. Actually, let's keep routing, never mind. But there's no way it would actually disappear from that point.
That's it, Roach.
Also, what's his face? Should have went here.
Move it.
Oh my god, dude.
Come on, Roach.
Whoa.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Palmerin, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Yeah, virtue always wins.
But the Black Knight, he's a villain and he wins.
The cutter of Casteldacia too.
Moral victory, that's what counts.
Rubbish.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Lead the fucking way, mate. Okay, did she survive the Bruxa? Because we killed her, but her body disappeared. I don't know.
Gladiators?
I don't know why they would.
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar with only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sort at the arena in Nonya. There, a knight defeated a Shaelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shaelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shaelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I don't want anything. I really don't want him to die or anything, though. And I hope it's not a healthy one. I'm sure there's a way to find like a non-healthy one on purpose, like, you know. I don't know.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
I think he's gonna die.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
There's so much armor, dude. You'd have to cut its feet off.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I do too. You might want to cut it up before it comes back up, because it's not dead.
Damn it. We have to help him.
Oof. Yeah, oof. Oof.
For honor! Onward!
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, for Nightling, the beast heaved its thunder, let loose the roar, and knocked him to earth. Down came the Witcher in one mighty bound. He fights to the beast, its plans confound.
How are you supposed to fight this fucker? There's too much armor. Hold up. I wonder if the influence mines would work.
All our hopes, alas, had turned to dust.
He's in my way. Get the fuck out of my way, dude. This guy's gonna die because of me.
Bring up the ocean and set fire to the wood. For nothing in this struggle can come to any good.
This is fucked. Stop yelling.
The wits of wits in the time was true. Then 12 dances and run. What
Dude, he needs to get the fuck out of my way. I will say that. He just died. He just fucking died. I'm dying. I'm sorry, but I'm not having him die. Fuck that shit. Like, really? This motherfucker should have just stayed back, and it should have just been me fighting it. But no, help me. We gotta help him. We gotta help the other dude, you know? Why can't I just do it? I would have been like, yo, stay up here. I gotta help him. Sorry, but it's true. Also, by the way, how the fuck did the knight think that he killed him? Killed the enemy like instantly because the enemy ran into a wall. I'm sorry, what? Okay. That's like saying, oh, he fell asleep. He must be dead. How? How does that work? Like, what? Makes no sense. Oh my god. Hold up. Turning my fucking volume down. If it loads, that is. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Don't. He needs to move. I swear, he's always in my way. I'm trying to dodge that.
The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods. Soon the witches will triumph against no
He's
odds.
almost dead. He's dead. That wasn't that hard once we got him to flip over.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young
Doesn't
hero.
like
Hop,
him.
hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Fight against Shelma, right? Something like that is bad. Like that is a smart bad idea.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense.
Especially to that.
In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Okay.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
What did
The
he
very
do?
man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is.
We don't
Yet
bring
we are
trouble.
capable
What are you
of
talking
defeating
about?
the beast on our own, without an
That's
outsider's
false.
help.
That's false.
I've no doubt
All
about
your
it.
men fucking
Damien,
died by one
we
fucking
settled the matter
vampire.
of
Don't
the
tell me.
Witcher's employ
I mean, it
some
might be a
time
strong vampire, but don't tell me that
Since you
none
have
of them
broached
could
it, nonetheless,
even hurt. Or
let us discuss
just quit.
Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me, an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places, under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Why those virtues?
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
Your Grace, we need to find Milton. Immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. The murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses?
Imagine,
ready
like,
our horses.
She looks away from her palace, and we look back at the palace, and all of a sudden it's just like burned down, just destroyed. Absolutely. It'd suck.
Your Grace!
Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should...
Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Why does one of the servants for the lady look like fucking Siri? Like I don't know, I see it. Like it's obviously not her, but from what we're seeing, she has the look of Siri, most likely. Most of the time, I mean. My neck.
Your grace seems right at home in a saddle.
Like the wind! Clear a path! Clear the way, I said! Is this part of the game?
Yes. The game, quote unquote.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out.
The hunt.
Then we will split up.
Wait, what if she's
You will
the
get hold
guy?
of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
A unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It turns round, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Get to it, boys.
Fiorano of the
Vive
1290.
la fête!
I do encourage you to try.
Okay.
If one were to call a state courageous or coward, what other part?
We gotta get to it, boys.
But this is no true unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Fucking Geralt! Why do you do that, Geralt?
Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe?
Thief!
How dare he? Scandalous!
Because I stole a piece of candy? Fuck off. Hey, why are you not running?
Try to hook the golden fish first.
Geralt. Go quicker, Geralt. Quicker, Geralt. I just don't like how the horse ran all the way down here.
Doesn't have a sweet tooth.
So drop that.
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn.
Oh, apples, apples.
Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Wait, did he just drop that? That's how that works? He just drops it? Okay, I already dislike it. Oh, I see. I think an apple should
apple.
work.
Yum yum.
Okay, there you go. He walks really slow before he even gets there. It's just the problem. Tell me you couldn't read that before even grabbing it. I feel like you could.
Be better off on horseback. Come on.
What's going on with this? It's telling me to go to the right, it's telling me to go to the left. Like, come on.
Easy to spot once I'm under.
What the blazes? Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Sure, if you're a peasant. Shut the fuck up. How's that? Like, how's that have to do with a peasant? Let's look at gold then.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
He knows it's important. He helps the killer, doesn't he?
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon its heavenly course doth trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
Sorry. But it's gonna have to be done anyway. It really would have been, I really would have had to do that anyway. Come on, get the fuck out of my way. Nobody's ruining the game. There's a key. How's that? What? What? I fucking jump. There you go. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to jump to see if it'd go quicker, but it wouldn't.
The light is positively useless. She can't possibly see.
Giddy up. Go, go.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a groan, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Huh? 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 The gardens, which is the gate. That didn't help. Is it a greenhouse?
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed. But only one with locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Honestly, she's a beauty.
What the butch?
Time to go after his bitch. Look at them claws. Dude, go! Why is he not chasing anymore? Why didn't you just keep chasing? I don't... Like, the thing could have just ran through here, didn't it? Oh, never mind. It's probably not in here anymore, honestly. It's too quick. He's behind that door.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who is dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
None, actually.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
I wonder what he looks like without his dumb ass face.
I won't let you kill again.
we kill him or?
You want to stay where you are. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
No, he's my friend.
Who is that? I'm confused.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Regis? You alright?
All is well. All's in order.
I know who he
Wounds
is.
such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened, it was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
How do you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlaf. I fear he's become entangled. Landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlaf is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlaf is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course.
To a point.
Remember the year 964?
I don't know.
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlaf, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
I don't understand how this has to do with current events, but okay.
Awfully good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Detlaf is no cold-blooded killer.
I
believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlaf found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders it so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
I gotta find him, bitch.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time
I want to kill him, to be honest. I don't believe
you, Dettlaff is no monster.
Yeah,
fine.
But
all right already.
He could do it again.
For
like
now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I'd makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Why did he say he had to investigate this site? Because he obviously didn't.
We must allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
Praise to the greats in whose effluent richness we drown. Keep calm. No frogs.
Wait, what? Oh, it's the messenger. I already know this.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to
I
deliver
wish it was from somebody else than who it's from, to be honest. No offense to her. AKA Yennefer.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
My dear friend.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint.
Yeah.
I do hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival.
I'm just saying,
the
I wish it
effects
was
of such
stressed
exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental.
He
I've
just
come
stares
upon
at us.
some information which might be of interest to you.
Weirdo.
While browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal should at least provide hints as to both. It is said he was laid to rest with it in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion. Investigate at your leisure. Your friend, Yennefer.
Professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Wait, is this tomb really in the city?
Life soils one's imagination.
To a Witcher of Witchers. Seeking individual individuals willing to escort with a great weight tear. More information. Okay. Cool. Why is it mages and all that? Why don't you just go here? Wouldn't they be safe? I mean, probably. Obviously, I guess.
I see.
One false move and you will regret it.
Geralt of Rivia. Sir! Come to me, please! Approach!
Approach, fine. You know what? We're not gonna actually do the mission, though. I'll start it, so we can just do
My
it whenever.
eyes were not deceived. Yet so far south. You, sir, of all folk in all your fame.
Mm-hmm. Me. South in all my fame.
Oh, I've heard so much. Why, when Master Dandelion tarried in Beauclair, not a day passed without him baying out a ballad in admiration of your deeds.
Yeah, unwelcome little habit of his. But, what can I do for you?
Ah, you see, my betrothed, Francois Le Goff, vowed in my honor to bring me the head of the horrid beast they call Grettore.
Couldn't have gotten you a bouquet, some sweets in a bag?
Witcher, sir, you jest. A love most true demands proof through heroic deeds dedicated to the heart's captor. But alas,
I get it,
Francois
but
has been gone a fortnight.
some people
Thus,
are
I must plead
not
with
really
you to
the
see what's
best.
become of him.
Could you? Would
Could
you?
you? Would you?
Yes, but I'm not doing it right now.
Do my damnedest to get your fiancé back safe and sound. Just, mind telling me where to look for him?
I forget you come from afar and do not know our land. They say Grettore has its lair in the caves at the foot of the Gorgon Hills.
That close to the city? Telling me no bold souls have ventured out to defeat the beast?
Quite the contrary. Plenty have, but none's returned. My concern is well founded.
I see.
Okay.
All right. High time I set off.
That's not what I want to do. Why did it automatically set it up as the mission? Shit. Search for Nora's grave at the... Is it the one we were just talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably live here in real life if I could. I just wanted to know what that said. Morrow grave.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Professor's journals long in our hearts. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints, narrow and shallow. Somebody small, light. Woman maybe?
It's probably an Emperor.
Damn it, trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map Yen sent me will have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
Okay, so Valley of the Nine or whatever the fuck. It's so confusing to look at already.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. Sans Retour flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nile once lay. Need to explore the location.
I mean, it makes sense. I just don't know this place at all. Come on, Roach. Belgard Vineyard.
You, hey, with the blades on your back. Help us! Look, monsters all about.
Sorry. But I really just don't want to do any of them right now.
Move it! Slow now. Whoa. Rages. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Okay. Okay. There's some chests below us. I see him. Locked key required. Search it. So we gotta find a key? How does it? Hold up, let's get some breath. That back under. I'm sure this guy doesn't have a key. Didn't think so. Fuck's sake. Really? Surface. Go to this. Oh my god, this game, dude. Okay, I'm trying to go the other way. That was kind of obvious by then, by the way. Look, I'm getting stuck on this shit. Really? Getting stuck in some shit. Okay, it's my breath's all the way back up, and now I'll go back under. This guy has a journal on him. At least it looks like it. I was wrong, obviously. Like, I'm getting stuck. What was that?
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
To be honest, his grave wasn't in that quote-unquote tomb. This is more like a tomb. To a certain point.
Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got.
I fucked up. I didn't get hit, but I got fucked up in a minute there. Stick drift is fucking annoying, holy shit.
Never liked this.
That's not what I meant to grab. Whoops. I mean, it is what I meant to grab, obviously, but... Excuse me. Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers. Okay. Cool, I guess, about that part.
Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Oh, are we gonna use the... What? Examine that, please. Or don't. Okay. Well, that was a good game. We'll say that was fucking stupid. Like, first off, it was stupid that I fell. That was just, you know, that was dumb itself. But I was trying to get on the rope because, you know, we could do the exact same thing the other guy did. Like, I don't understand why we can't. But okay. I believe we should have been able to do it, to be honest. But, whatever. Can this loading go quicker? Jesus. Oh, my back. Oh my god, load, Jesus. Fuck off with the loading, dude. It's so slow. Okay, we've already examined
Whoever
this.
was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the Panthers.
Yeah, we already know that. We
Not
already know
bad.
those two.
Wouldn't mind having something like that myself.
Yeah, which I thought, hey, that's the way we're supposed to go, right? No, okay. We can't examine this. I don't understand it, but we just can't. Let's loot this body. Okay. Please don't do that again. Please, just don't.
Course. Locked. Notes I found mention 4 protruding stones. Gotta press them somehow. Crossbow, maybe? Could try to hit them.
There's 4 of them. Where's the other 2? There's one. That... I don't like the placements.
Ah, did it.
Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Gargoyles sure don't look willing to help. Gargoyles sure don't look willing to help.
Well, why didn't we just fucking...
Unwanted guest. Intruder. You are not welcome.
Yeah, figured as much. Great. Portals. This just keeps getting better.
Should be the one on the left. We don't actually know. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense. What? This one. I don't know what we're supposed to find.
Damn it. Back where I started.
Okay. But we know it's not that one now. It should be this one.
Damn it. Back where I started.
Maybe if I go back through here. No.
Damn it. Wrong again.
So go to the one on
some
the
clue
left.
around here. Alright. Now to find the next portal. Right. Now to find the next portal.
It's talking about a clue. Why is that the only one that has that?
Damn it.
That didn't help me. Why did you tell me that? Okay. Not my fault. We blame the game. We already know where to go. I just Okay, so we're on the second story. We know it's not that right one. We know it's not the left one. So we don't actually know if it's not this left one. We have to go all the way to the right. Oh.
Gotta find the next portal.
I already know. I want to meditate for an hour so that we heal a little bit. There you go. And then we'll go right through. Is that right? Yes.
Alright. Now to find the next portal.
Fuck.
Damn it. Back where I started.
Me? They keep talking about some hints or some shit, and it's like there are no hints. What are you talking about? It's just annoying. We already know where to go on this. Why you actually lose health there regardless? I feel like you shouldn't, to be honest. But okay. We went on the far left, like the farthest one. So it's probably not the second one, it's probably in between those. Wait, never mind. Wait, what if... Are you fucking...
Statues seem oddly oriented, as if to all face in one direction. The right portal, maybe?
That makes no sense. Because up above there is no one. I think he was just talking about the first portal. I don't think he was actually talking about more than that.
Alright, now to find the next portal.
Oh, the middle statue looks like... I get it. The middle statue is what we'd have to look at, by the way. Where the head bows down, or like... Because there's one underneath that one that we just went into, and it doesn't go here.
Alright, now to find the next portal.
Okay, it's on that left. It's where the head bows down. Oh, this one. It's not this one, it's on the very bottom level. Which doesn't make sense, but okay, thank you.
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
Imagine not having stick drift. You know how amazing that sounds?
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Just need to pick an entry.
It's so quiet. It's just supposed to examine.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor. One greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken. For it relates to me personally. To myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me. Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
So we're gonna have to look for the second and the fourth. It's so cold.
Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
Crystal for this entry's missing.
We'll look around, but I'm gonna first do this.
Years of experiments, research, sacrifice, all for naught. I have failed to achieve my defined objective. Each mutation I applied to my subjects proved ineffective when applied to Jerome. What I meant to cure him of his witcherism, that which I meant to restore to him a normal life, only deepened his mutations, further augmented his speed and strength, rendered him yet more inhuman. It seems my son must remain a witcher forever. I have failed. The time has come to abandon this place. Return home to Lydia. She may yet deign to take me back. The contraption and mutagens I leave here. Let them wither and crumble. As did my dreams of regaining my son.
There's probably a way to do it.
So the professor wanted to reverse the mutation's effects. Ended up deepening them. Stroke of luck for me. Could profit from his failure. So, Professor tried to neutralize the effects of Witcher mutations. Only managed to enhance them, though. Used the albumins of giant centipede eggs as his mutagen base. Need to go on an egg hunt.
Okay. Says it used, not examined.
Just need... See.
Okay, is there anything else?
Crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals.
What?
Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up?
Why does he have a bunch of cells, though?
Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up. This crystal must go here. All crystals in place. Show me what you got. Just need to pick an entry.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity.
Even though he failed, he got a minor success. That could mean something.
Observation 58. Sometimes failure is the catalyst for success. I've discovered a method by which one type of mutagen may be transmuted into another through the addition of certain ingredients. This is a great day for science. In addition, I observed that today's dose of mutagens brought the subject to the brink of death. He then suddenly awoke, revived, his strength renewed. Not wholly, of course, but he did in a sense come back from the edge of death. Whether this is attributable to his mutations or to pure coincidence cannot be ascertained. I must conduct further experiments.
But he ended up failing. Did he die? Because, I mean, there's a body, but does that mean he's dead or not? And I thought he would give another summarization, like he had minor successes, blah blah blah. But all he did really was, you know, did what he did. I don't know how to explain.
Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Mom's awake and she's not.
What? What? What just happened? That was dumb. I don't like this enemy. Like, what? The motherfucker, like, I'm sorry, but no, I hate it. I hate this enemies. Or these enemies. Loading takes so long, I tell you. Excuse me. Wait, really? Are you fucking kidding? I'm annoyed.
Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Preserved organs. Hope their donors weren't forced to give them up.
That's not what I'm trying to do here.
Quite the library. Mostly tomes on mutations and genetics. Moreau must have kept his son in here. Grim. crystals. Should mount them in the megascope. Missing 2 crystals. Just need to pick an entry.
I have some in my inventory, yeah. We already know what he says. I just wanna... Oh, fuck.
Observe the subject, the observation. In addition, whether this is a...
Leave.
Seen him.
Okay, now... Let's save real quick. Here, yes. Yes. Okay.
Mom's awake and she's not in a good mood. Come on, get closer.
What? I'm in front of you. You should... I'm not safe. That's bullshit. How many times are you gonna just... How am I supposed to fight? It doesn't let me... You bitch. I'm dodging. Stop dodging towards him. He keeps dodging towards her, and I blame her. Everything's going. Really? Okay, yeah, okay. Motherfucker. Okay. You wanna go like that? Okay, bitch, we're going like that. Okay, you already fucked up. Dude, like, dodging doesn't fucking work in this game. It's pissing me off. Holy shit. Oh my god, it's so fucking stupid and fucking bullshit. This is pissing me off. Like, these centipedes are not, like, they're not cool, they're not... They're not that hard to kill if they would fucking, like, do what they're supposed to do. But they're fucking annoying, so... Yep, so far, centipedes are probably the worst enemy I've ever fought in this entire game of 150 fucking hours. Okay? I probably played about that, honestly. Either on stream or off stream. I don't know. But, honestly, this shit's fucking annoying. I hate it. It shouldn't be this difficult to kill these motherfuckers, but it is. It legit is. Like, you can't... Okay, fire damage about... I wouldn't even say damage is 25%, honestly, because it should be a constant damage. It's not. It's how do I explain it? It just deletes a marginal portion of their health, and it's so difficult to kill them. Wow, 1 damage. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, they're both attacking now. I thought only one of them attacked before. I swear only one of them attacked. What? I tried attacking him. One time. Oh, I thought I had fire. That was my fault. We were supposed to fire more than once, but okay. I'm behind you. There's no way. That's okay. It's legit. I'm behind you and you damage me. It's just like, come on. It's fucking gay and bullshit. For real. Should not have died from that. I did. Wait, what? I don't see any eggs. This fucking goddamn stick drift though. It's pissing me off. More fucking...
Die.
I'm sorry, but if I have my sword out like that, I feel like he shouldn't be able to kill me. I'm sorry. I'm about to quit. This DLC fucking sucks. And it's not the expansion itself either. It's this fucking enemy specifically that makes me hate the entire thing. Does this mean I gotta start from the beginning? Actually, probably, and that's why I'm pissed. Yep. Centipedes and raids are probably the most annoying enemies ever. But I hate centipedes even worse. Of course, guys. I'm having so much fun. Makes me not want to do this mission at all. I'm gonna be honest. Let's go, bitches.
Mom's awake and she's not.
Is there a way? Nope. Only problem. I was inside of you. I didn't think you'd be able to. Hit him 2 to 3 times, and then rinse and repeat. Never mind, I couldn't even get the 3rd third hit off, all because this fucking other bitch comes out of nowhere. It wouldn't let me dodge. This game is broken. This game is shit. I'm about to throw my controller out my fucking window. I'm not even kidding. This fucking part is so fucking annoying. Like, it's visibly and physically fucking draining. Or I meant to say mentally draining at first. All because, hey guys, this is gonna be the most difficult fight you're ever gonna get in. Legit. Oh my god, this fucking family's yelling at each other now. Gotta love it when they get home. Oh my god, this fucking family's annoying. Can this load quicker? Jesus fucking Christ, I'm already pissed because I'm dying by fucking centipedes. The motherfuckers should not have been able to kill me in the first place, but hey, we're not gonna let you dodge one fucking time, and they're gonna hit you twice for it. Because it's two of them. Which, by the way, there shouldn't be two of them. First off, why did I fight one like, the very first time I fought, it was the second time. First time and second time, probably. I fought him, killed the first one, and then a second one spawned. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, but one centipede is strong enough, and then you have to run into more. I'm trying to hit the fucker. You have to get to him.
Eat your eggs.
Come at me, bitch. Hip drift, stop. How do I know where their eggs are? I feel like there should be eggs in the first room, but nope. We can meditate for, you know, like an hour or whatever. There we go. That way we have full health. And then, time to go back in. So much fun, I know. Can you influence these minds?
Time to end this.
These guys actually have eggs, so. Oh. Okay. Ah, that didn't work. Three, two, one now. Okay. Grabbing all three, because you never know. Might need them anyway. Place the mutated. Place him in the back. Okay. Wait, what if you tried the dead body first? Could you imagine? If it like brought the person back alive.
No point going in wearing full gear. Gotta drop my armor, leave my weapons.
Okay. Could you imagine I get rid of this, right? Wait, these are my horse, it doesn't matter. Right, and then...
Professor's mutagens might work on
I don't
me
know.
as they did on his son. Well, time to find out.
I feel like he could have just set his armor to the side. I don't think we need... gain new abilities at the character menu. Okay. Actually, that's better. Okay, I don't understand what that really did. But okay. So open the character menu. Oh. Seriously. Press X to activate it. No mutation can be activated again in a given time. Strength and mutation, blah blah blah. Yes. I get that part of it. How do you even unlock them? Oh, my back. Okay. And the world's beautiful and all. I wish I lived in this world, though, to be honest.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Kill these ghouls.
Ugly. Taking wars.
A dodge is doing a dodge.
Some stench. Caking more eggs. Need to accelerate these digestion.
Oh, I thought it didn't heal. It's supposed to be like, bruh. Them fucking snakes are fucking annoying. Tell you.
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me? Interesting.
Okay. Do 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 do.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
We knew that, but...
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name. Resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Why don't you bring the hand with you? How much you want to bet by the time they get back, the hand's not gonna be there? What if he's the crow? That actually makes sense.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snicker of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask indirectly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your secrets. After all, you vampires lead very interesting lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
I feel like I want to ask everything.
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise. At first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand or move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living high of vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
Oh, that's cool, I guess. At least now we know if we kill it, it's not gonna do much.
Blank slate.
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers.
Oh my god, that's so loud.
You wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Gotta ask you the big question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Okay.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
You know what? Let's talk later. No.
Alright, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that'd earn me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege.
There's a reason why I said that.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
What? That doesn't make any sense. If they believed it was cursed, that's why people didn't. Well, that's why my brethren didn't go there. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Curse?
I don't.
That's why they would go there.
Really don't attach much importance to such
sense.
things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear.
I would.
What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
We have saliva from a white, to be honest.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Wait. The Bruxa Corva? That's a Bruxa. No, that's not spotted whites. How is it not? I thought it would be under spotted whites. Let's just do this. If it didn't open like this, it'd be easier. Okay then. Gotta head to this place and we'll be good.
roach. Artists. Never a good omen. Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Okay.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right.
Sounds like a female curse too, like towards a female.
Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence.
Well, it obviously
need to look
is.
around. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Probably. Most likely.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. The spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
I'm sorry for coughing.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have
Never
anything
know.
to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks.
I'm sorry, guys.
Probably choked
Keep
to death.
coughing.
Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Huh.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
There's a way to lift the curse, there has to be. She knows.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
I hope I know how to lift it.
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
See, using the spoons. Wait, which spoon should we use? Wait, hold up. Okay. It's high dimension, blah blah. That's what I thought. Because they said about spoons, and the spoons might be telling me something, blah blah blah. And there are a lot of spoons.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness. expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
I'm getting stuck on everything. Look at this. I'm dodging and fucking hitting multiple times.
Show me what you got.
Oh, he was on the other side of the wall.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Let me guess, we're taking her to him, the vampire. I'm guessing so. It makes sense. To a point. Or not. That works too.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. I'm deeply pleased, finally, to make your acquaintance, sir, though I do regret the specific circumstances. In all the commotion, I fear I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Barnabas Basil Folty, and by order of the Duchess, I am to serve as your major domo at Corfo Bianco.
Nice to meet you, Barnabas Basil. Love to talk more, but got urgent matters to attend to. While I'm gone, please make sure she gets everything she needs.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a white, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a white, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel. who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman.
A clever man of
colorful man of Ketweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck, and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Show me around the vineyard.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill. Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details.
It doesn't look that good.
Follow me, please.
It's better than 9, I guess.
Been a major domo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it's worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
We didn't really look at any other place yet.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Okay.
Follow me, please.
Tours are boring.
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
What? Why does it not sound that cool? Like, I don't like that.
Monsieur Boleus' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Okay.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Okay.
Follow me, please. Follow me, please.
Where are we going now?
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Follow me, please.
Please don't go down there.
Follow me, please.
What's going down?
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis' time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Barnabas Basil. Now where are we going?
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Come on, let's go in.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. Though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling. Mentioned the place could stand to be...
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Got these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more... useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Yes.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yeruga. I will contact him at once.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Yes. He's a grandson.
In my trade?
Of course.
Then send out...
We already know that he basically says, of course. Yes, we will do this.
Been thinking about...
If I'm... not...
It's in your hands then. Make the place shine.
I shall get to work immediately. Within a day's passing, I shall have sent for the crew which rebuffed the Admiral's residence. Highly skilled at what they do.
Okay, I get it.
Is there anything...
He talks so slow that it's just like... I'm
starting to get into the...
I agree.
Okay.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now.
See you soon. I want to do the side quest. Restore Corva Bianca to previous.
I thank you. So tasty.
So tasty, so good.
So good.
Okay. As I was saying though, we gotta do these side quests. Lowest level first. 35.
Here is the hero we can afford. Witcher, open the...
I don't think you can do multiple
now I
of
shall
them
sink
at
you
once,
a
so
song.
that's the problem.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that really your song? Why? Please explain. I think I already know what I'm doing with this man, Guillem. I don't know how to
Rolling on an empty
name.
stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Witch it. I've a matter of prime urgency and...
And I wish to speak to you. Cool. I'm gonna be on mic because I got things to eat still, and I'm just so hungry.
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Notice any other strange behavior? Additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that.
To a point.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her.
Why not you?
I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Let's try sword fighting.
How about some swordplay?
I don't think I need any help, but I don't know how this tourney
You will
is.
team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come the end,
so it is like
you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best, but now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
By my throat. You need not ask me twice.
And now
Oh.
what, Witcher? Look alive!
Shut up and fight.
Oops. Imagine he died.
I expected you to do well, but not that well.
Want to fight?
Could probably use some more practice. Usually fight monsters, not knights.
You need not ask me twice.
I shall bleed you like a
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Look alive!
That was easy.
Do you wish to practice fighting a moment longer?
Practice is enough.
Think I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else.
So we do race. Okay, that's what I thought.
Time for some target practice, I think.
For the best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely.
What a specimen. Scared the fight out of
Guessing it's up here then. has time and, you know, accuracy. Right?
Hit the red targets.
Only the red targets. I thought they were all going to be red, and we just had to finish them. Oh, ha! I thought. That was it. That was easy.
Once more?
I'm good.
Done enough shooting.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts...
You already said that. Already.
Let's do some riding. Roach will like that.
Excellent idea.
Sorry.
Come with me.
Hopefully
the tourney's
Roach will
race
let me
differs
run.
from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all, then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
Well, it sucks. To be honest. We just have to risk against time. We could beat other ones because we could just get in front of them. I don't think there's a way to do that in this one.
In a snap.
So that's all that's
All
left
is
to
ready.
today's race.
Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to
That's
complete the
dumb,
course
I
shall
hate
increase
that.
each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Wait, what? Unperturbed by those matters?
Run, Roach.
What does he mean by that? Or whatever. So I did get that. Oh, I see. You get extra time added when you hit the targets. Dude, can we talk about that? I'm hating it. I'm actually getting pissed. Let's just start back here. I don't like hitting things with my sword while riding. I've never used a crossbow, so. Well, to be honest, I don't like this at all.
Slow now.
Is he gonna say something like, "Oh, that was too slow"?
So, have you had enough, or do you wish to ride again?
Yeah, no. I've had enough.
Had enough. Rather not wear my horse down before the real race.
Sure.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order.
Kiss a dog's ass.
Take good care of yourself.
Gods have sent the beast as punishment for our sins. We
Witcher?
have ceased to succor our ancient traditions.
Baseness reigns where virtue once
Aw.
ruled.
I thought she was in like a water barrel and then you duck her in the water.
Spittoon!
That'd be cool.
Hospital! Evalus!
He just
Greetings.
sees me.
Want to
and
join the
like,
list?
By the way, and he took it.
Naturally. We must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspects.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honorable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests. Which do you prefer?
Which one? Which one is... What did you dig up about Ravix of Forhorn?
Ravix of Forhorn? How'd you manage to dig that up?
Here in Toussaint, we treat heraldry very seriously. One visit to the ducal archives. That is all I needed to acquire the necessary information. Ravix of Forhorn was the name under which you attended a feast honoring Princess Pavetta, daughter of Queen Calanthe of Sintra, on the occasion of her 15th birthday.
I think I know about using it.
That's actually right.
What'd you dig up about me? Like, actually? I'm gonna choose the
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of Rivia.
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which battle I speak.
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. Won that battle just because we absolutely had to cross the river.
Oh my god.
The Honorable Ravix will do.
I literally just had the volume at like 300.
You may now take the shield bearing your crest.
Fucking
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows? If not, I do hope you will allow me to tell you about them.
Tell me.
Guillaume told me a bit about the contests. Rather make sure I'm clear on them, though.
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There are contests
to
three.
A point,
A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time. Any targets hit with bolts or dummies felt with blade will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in the arena, crowned with a duel against last year's champion. As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside my tent. This way all will be apprised of who leads at any given moment.
Convenient.
I'd like to learn more about the prizes.
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the one and only Cornelius of Isengard, a famed master weaponsmith. Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from Nazaire.
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his most cherished virtue.
Feels like I know everything I'd ever want to know about chivalric tourneys.
Splendid. In that case, you must make your vow. Upon what would you like to swear it?
Huh.
I vow on the love of my lady, whose name I choose not to divulge, to respect the chivalric virtues.
May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. A sign here, please.
Low key though, the real love that I have
That is
for
all
Taurus,
I need from you.
not Yennefer.
Now,
But
as arranged
for
by Guillaume,
Geralt, it
you
would
shall
be
fitted with
Yennefer.
appropriate
But
armor
just
for
from
the
this game, like if you haven't played the other ones,
shiny.
if
You
I
have
haven't,
also been
which I
assigned
haven't,
a tent
I would
for the
pick,
tourney's duration. It
Triss.
stands near
That's
the
just
arena.
me though, because
Good luck.
I don't know. But then again, there's part of me that believes Triss cheated on Geralt once upon a time in Witcher. I think 1 actually, or 2, with our own friends. So that tells you something. It goes both ways. Hate goes both ways. Not hate like, oh my god, I want them to die, or anything like that, but just hate to the point where it's just kind of like you shouldn't have, you know?
Duck's nipples, get them while they're hot, spiral pig's ears, French tongues, on sale.
Okay, well, anyways, we're gonna save her here because we're gonna go. I might play this later tonight or tomorrow, regardless, but if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and sub button. It means a lot. If you want to follow my Twitch in the description of the video. Anyways, peace out. Have a good day or good night whenever you're watching. And yeah.